In this video, we're going to build something from scratch. We're going to build a Notion-based YouTube content management from scratch. The whole idea is if you produce content and if you want to manage them, if you want to be well organized, as well as be more productive, and definitely stick around because you're going to pick up so many Notion tricks and tips and nuggets. Do me a favor, guys, if you enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below, as I'll be producing more and more this type of videos. So without further ado, let's fire up your Notion and let's get started. So first thing first, what you want to do is you want to create a new page on Notion. So in here, this is going to be a database. So we're going to call this YouTube database. So the idea is here we're going to have something called a table. This is a full screen table. So this is going to be a database that is going to store all our data in terms of YouTube. And then, so quick things first. I recommend you, if you want to look for in Notion, if you hover above, you're going to see you can either add icon or add a cover or add description. In terms of icon, if you add it in, normally this is a Mac-based emoji icons, right? But if you want to shop some more, a good trick that I would strongly recommend you is to come to flaticon.com. I'm going to drop a link in below. So what you do here is this is a flat icon website. You can have an account and you can create different type of collections. So in here, in my case, I have a social, academic, and communication. So I'm going to quickly click on social. These are the ones I added in so far. I'm just going to click on it, right click, copy image address. Okay. So again, if you want to commercialize a lot of things, make sure you follow the regulation by this website. So paste the link here, submit. So this is going to be our icon. We call it YouTube database. So in this column, right now, we're going to spice up a whole table here. Keep that in mind that there's different ways you can build a database or a system. So I don't see a lot of other apps do similar what Notion does. So again, we're building a foundation. And then later on, we're going to spice it up a little bit and to create different type of view, different kind of filter, you could say, to view the database. And that's going to be fun. So for now, come to your table. And the first thing we're going to do is video title. And then second thing, we still leave the tags on. And then the file here, we can change it to video URL. So this is going to be video URL, and this is going to be a URL property. And then we're going to keep creating. We're going to do a publish date. So we're going to put publish date right beside video title. Think about what else do we need? We need a category. Okay. This is almost like a playlist, you could say. So the difference between select and multi-select is meant for tags. You can create multiple of them, and the select is just one option for you to select. So in terms of category, we're going to stick with only one category. We're going to put it right beside each other. So we're going to keep moving on with that. So keep that in mind, depending on your own situation. So in here, I would create, depending on how fancy you want to get, just remember the more metadata you attach to it, the more fancier you can analyze your database, right? So here we're going to do a video number. That's one of the things you can do. And then we're going to change the type into number. So for example, this is my video 50 or video 100. So this is a quick glance of the order of your videos, right? So this is optional. Another thing, if you think about it, if your channel is sponsored, so you can definitely do a sponsor. Sponsor, you can do text, or you can also do select. Unless you have a multiple sponsor for your video, then you can do multi-select, okay? So sponsor, I'm just giving you some ideas. Video number is a good one. Sponsor is another good one. Also, if you hire editor, then you can punch in editor here, and then we're going to do person. So you can assign to this video to a certain person. And then in this case, my client has two different YouTube channels. We're going to call it YouTube channel. So this is going to be a single select, okay? So we're going to put that right after tags, before URL, and the editor, we're gonna leave it here. So that is the columns that I'm happy with. I also watched a lot of YouTube videos. I'm gonna drop a few in the link below for you guys to do some more research. I think the idea here is you want to see a lot of people build their own Notion system, so you can pick up different things and to convert that into your own. Because here's what I think. I think that how you function and how you build your own system might be different from my system or his system. But you want to observe a lot of people build their own system, so you can pick up different tricks and nuggets and convert it into your own. So for me here, I'm going to build it just based on my own operation and my client's operation, but always feel free to customize it, be creative here. And beside here, I want to add one last column. We're going to call it status. This is one of the most important feature of it. In status, right now is text. We're going to convert it into select. So it's going to only allow me to pick one of the options. So here, status, if you think about the pipeline, right? The procedure of having a video, it's always idea comes in first. Scripting could be a really good one. So here, I'm going to do filming, ready to edit, editing, completed, and then published. So these will be the main ones. If you think about it, we always create idea first. An idea quickly comes in and you want to capture that idea. Status is idea, but not started yet, right? Scripting is what I wrote here, but depending on your own scenario, some people like to script their video, some people don't. They just want to fly it. So in your case, depending on what you want to do, you can either leave scripting or not. In here, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to call it scripting and planning. That would explain it all. I want to script and plan, and then I'm going to film. When the filming is done, I can either call it filming done, or I can call it ready to edit. And then we're going to editing or post-production. Let's call it fancier. Let's call it post-production, and then completed, and then published. Okay, so these will be the status. In terms of category, these are the ones I have so far. In terms of category, I think this is really specific in terms of your own channel, but in this case, I'm going to follow my client. So our YouTube backend, we have a few playlists, right? We have about these many playlists. So a category can be your playlist, but don't get restricted only by your playlist. Category can mean a lot of things, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the side, and I'm going to put this on the right hand side, and I'm going to just pick the ones I feel like it should be in the category and just follow along. So in here, I'm going to do monthly review show. What I did here is I just picked the ones I feel like should be in the category and then just drop them in here. Publish date. In here, we're going to change the column into date. So in here, we're really selecting a certain date. And always remember, you can always include a time if you want to be precise about the time that you're going to put out the video. Feel free to get a check. And the tags here again, tags can be multiple tags apply to single video, right? By category, we're trying to minimize to just one category. So this is more like a narrowed down niche specific topic. So in category, you can do psychology. So as you can see, I created a few texts now. Again, one thing I might do in the future is to not repeat what category is already saying here. We're going to create unique tags, but in this case, just keep it simple. These are the one I created. So what you do is click on these three dots. We want to uncheck wrap cells. So that is going to put everything into a straight line with an equal height. So you can always extend this if you want to, like this, okay? Or you can just shrink it down. So these are going to be two different channels, okay? Editors, I can bring my team here to assign certain people to edit this video. And last but not least is going to be a URL link, and then that's going to be a link. So this is it for now. I'm going to remove all these data entry. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a multiple entries so we all can see how it looks like when we enter something. So as you can see, so far I've created a different entries here. And this is how it looks like when you have some input on your database. Remember, a couple of things I want to mention is that if you don't like certain colors, simply click on it and click on these three dots. You are able to manipulate the colors. So for example, publish, I definitely want it to be green because it's done, right? Completed is green as well. Post-production, let's do it orange. Ready to edit, let's do yellow, and filming, let's do blue. So as you get the point. So if you don't like certain color, or if you want to change this word, come to these three dots and change the title, and you can change the color, or you can remove or delete if you want to. And that's pretty much it. And another thing I want to add in a layer of it is you want to, in terms of our Notion, a big thing you want to be paying attention to is emojis. You really want to be creative, more visual in terms of emoji. You want to use the right icon, can quickly get your attention. You can, in the future, to find something quickly. And secondly, it will really spice up the quality of your database and in terms of how it looks. As you can see here is that all these videos, this is just pulled from the channel so far. And we don't have emoji. All you need to do is you click on open and you can add an icon to it. Again, a trick that I already taught you guys is if you want to shop for more icon, definitely come to flaticon.com. This is not sponsored or anything. I just realized there are a lot of juice here. For example, I'm going to pick this suitcase here, right click, copy address, and then just come to your Notion, and then you can link this specific icon on your Notion. And then you just click on done, and that's it. And then one thing to remember that right now we don't have any template. That's the juice. It's gonna come up now. Is that not only we just created a database, we're also going to create a template. Meaning next time when you want to create a new video, you kind of follow along a structure. There is no template here, but we will be creating it just in a moment. I just want to finish a layer of emoji. So for goal settings, I'm going to quickly adding that. So I finished a layer of emoji. For now, I think these one will do. Again, I haven't created any cover. If you want to create a cover for this specific one, I'm not going to decorate it with a lot of a cover and design and stuff. So again, this is just a database. And now we are about 1/3 finished. So what's coming up next is that we're going to create a template, okay? As I just mentioned to you. So this template is every time when you click on this template, we're going to call this the name of the template and the icon. Let's just do that. We want to change the settings. So every time we click on a project template, it will populate already based on certain things. So you will see what I'm talking about. By the way, if this order is not the order you want, you can simply just move them around like this, and that will do the job. Okay, if I click on project template, I want the status to be idea, okay, and the category to be empty, and everything else is empty. And now this is not done yet. If I click on go back, and you can see that every time if I click on something new, I can quickly toggle on the project template, and they will insert an emoji, and then to fill this out in advance, which is status, is going to be automatically become idea, unless you go ahead and script and film and all that stuff, right? So as you can see, that is the template, but we're not done. We're not even close to done. We're going to make it more fancier. So let's start from new again. We're going to edit this template. So this template part, that there are a lot of YouTube videos out there that's going to show you a different style of project guideline or project procedure. So in this case, we're just going to create something from scratch so you will have a glance of what's going on. So here we're going to do a couple things. Number one, we're going to do video info. So this is something we call the video info. I'm going to do a bold text, and then if I click on option command 3, I can toggle between heading 3, heading 2, or heading 1. So command option 1, 2, 3. Next line, I can do 3 dashes, 1, 2, 3, and it will create this beautiful line. Command option 7, or you can always click on this 3 dots, turn it into one of these, right? Just I strongly recommend you, as you move along, definitely pick up some key command and shortcuts. So this will really help your whole editing process fly faster. So in here, if I click on command option 7, that's going to turn it into a toggle. In toggle, the good thing about toggle is that toggle is one of the really powerful ones, right? As you will see how I'm going to utilize toggle down the road. This is going to be useful for hiding things and expanding and shrinking things. So in here, the first one I want to create, just call it, so title ideas. So I did idea 1, 2, 3, right? And the next one, let's do keyword or tags. So as you know, YouTube, when you upload a video, you can attach a certain keywords or tags to your video. So this is where it comes in handy. And then if you have a sponsor information, you can do sponsor. I found a couple templates. I want to have a reference of what the smart guys are doing out there. Really help you to shorten your learning curve. I found one by Ali Abdal. So he's one, it looks like this. Okay, I believe his reference is grabbed from Thomas Frank. I think if you don't know these two people, I would link some of their video in the description. I think it's totally worth to go check it out, learn from them as well, because they're all about productivity and all about content management. So I really like some of the ideas Thomas laid out here in terms of video mega description. We can have a title idea, we can have a keyword, certain keywords here, and we can open up sponsor information, their URL and all that stuff. And then editing checklist. This is definitely a really cool one. We're going to leverage that. And publishing checklist. This is the publishing checklist. So right off the bat, I really like his idea in terms of editing checklists. He has 2 checklists, right? Remember, this is a template, meaning every time when I create a video, if I click on that video template, it's gonna pre-populate all this information for me, right? And then the best part is the scripting and research notes, and these are amazing stuff we can definitely utilize. And on the right-hand side, you're gonna see a B-roll tab. This is going to be a table view of all the B-rolls you're ready to shoot. So that's pretty cool. And second of all, this is Ali's template. So he's inspired by Thomas. So I believe this is Thomas' previous version. So you can see that tell the story, who is this help them. So this is more like, why am I creating this video, right? So if you like this part, definitely create it on yourself on this. And story structure, there's a 3-act structure, so that's pretty cool. And hero journey, that's a hero journey. Really complex kind of detailed information here. So this is just our reference. So I think you definitely need to check out what smart guys are doing, because that can really help you to shorten your learning curve. You don't have to go through all the trial and error because somebody else has already done it. So just follow their footsteps, and also be creative on yourself to pull the juice from them and to create it on your own. So for now, what we have here is we have a title idea. We have idea 1 and 2. And then again, if you don't know it, if I select these 2, if I hold on command option, if I click on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we can turn them into different kind of modules. So in my case, I want to do 5. This is going to be bullet points. So 1 and 2, we're not going to type any information because this is going to be a template, right? So we're going to close it off. Keyword, I want to have a bullet point, but I don't want to enter it. Close it off. And next one, we can do sponsor info. sponsor information. In here is going to be name, website. So close it off. Sponsor information, again, if you're not sponsored, you definitely don't need this. For us, we don't need that right now, but you get the point. So next one, we're going to create something called, I'm going to do / and then you see I opened a basic block menu. So in here, you can type it now. I can type what I want to create is a page. So I want to create an empty page. So in this page, we're going to call this editing checklist, all the editing stuff. So again, this is the inspiration from Thomas. I really like some of these checklist items. So I'm not going to go through each one of them here, but just keep that in mind that you can always, check them off like this. And then if you want to remove, click it and remove it, delete it like that, right? So we enter cut and we find a scissor. That will do. We'll come back to the project template. You can see editing checklist. We're missing a T here. So checklist is ready. Okay. So one more thing I want to mention, this checklist can be two different types, right? Right now I'm going to open it. I'm going to copy paste the content on this checklist, Command C. Come to project template. There's two ways to create a checklist. This is the way you can do it. It's going to open up a new page. Okay. So the second list is we can utilize toggle one more time. So let me show you what I mean. Toggle, and then we're going to do editing checklist. The emoji can still come in here, but the whole point is you open the toggle and I can paste all the information from the previous page. And right now I kind of just put them everything under this toggle. So what that means is I get to do this, open it and hide it. So two ways to do it. Based on your own preference, definitely go with one of the options. I'm going to stick to the first option. And now we're going to do a / one more time. And in here, we're going to do page. And then let's name this something called publishing checklist. And we're going to paste the checklist here. So this is Thomas' checklist. Again, I'm going to link the video in the description. Definitely go check it out. So this is his description, this checklist, meaning everything is checked. The video is ready to go, ready to be published. Okay. So one more thing, checklist. We definitely want to create an emoji here, checklist, and then come back to project template. So in the template, what we have so far here, let's take a look. So in the project template, we have a video info, the idea, and the keyword. So next one, and let's just create the B-roll right off the bat. So B-rolls, okay? This is going to be heading 3. So what we do is we want to come to this beginning of the toggle. We're gonna drag it, and we're gonna come, when it shows to the right there, we're gonna let go, and it's going to create these columns. Same thing, same rule applied here. So let me just reformat this a little bit. You see this divider? Let me just only put it underneath video info, and I'm going to click on the divider, Command D. I'm creating a duplicate. I'm going to drag it right underneath B-roll. So right now we have 2 columns, and then I want a B-roll column to be longer than video. And 2 more things is click on 3 dots. We want to do something called a full width. And there you go. That's going to open a full width. Let's put all these 4 underneath video info, right underneath that divider. Let go. And now this is under this column. And now what I need to do is just to make the B-roll much longer than the information itself. So you see, so nice and handy. Let's keep moving forward. And command option 3, I want to turn into a heading 3, and let's call this content. Content. Actually, let me move the content right underneath publishing checklist, and let me move this divider right underneath content. So everything belongs to this column, right? So now what we do here is very simple. Come to the next line, and we'll create something / page. Okay. So this is the first page. We're gonna name this page research and notes. And then in here, let's just do a pen with a paper. Okay. So in research, here is something more. We can create something like drop all the research notes below. Come back to the project template. Right now, the research node is ready to go. We're going to create a second page for slash page. And in here, we're going to call this script. It's always good to have a script for a video so you kind of be clear on what you want to create. Okay, come back to here. Forgot to add the emoji. It's going to be the writing emoji like this. Okay, perfect. So now what we do here is to do resources, and then command option 3, turning into a headline. And then let's see, this resource is on this column. Perfect. And next one, and let's enter 3 of them, and then let's create something. So in here, resources, right? We can quickly grab a couple of the resources. So definitely go out there to shop a couple of the frequently visited websites that you do. Paste the resource tabs here, and keep that in mind that your resource can be different every time on each project, right? Depending on what web page you visited, you did study or research on, or what kind of tools. In here, I just did some generic tools that's gonna help on each one of the videos. So underneath B-roll, we're pretty much done here. Just quick recap. Every time I come to my database, if I create, let me remove this new entry. If I want to create a new video, it's going to show me, I can enter everything from scratch, or I can just quickly click on the project template and it's going to load up this template for me. Okay, this is the template. Let me open as a page so you can see it better. And then as soon as the template itself, its status is automatically idea. And then video info, we have a title ideas, and we have a keyword, we have a checklist, looks like that. And we have publishing checklist as well. And we also have these two, research notes, script. And we have resources section. These are the web bookmarks that's going to have a quick access for you to go to certain website and pages. And now on the B-roll sections, we created a headline. Okay, this is a H3 headline, and we have a divider, and then right underneath we're going to do / something called inline table. So this is what we need for an inline table. So remember, each video will have their own unique table. So meaning this is the B-roll that's corresponding to each video. Okay, so each video you need to manually type in B-roll. So here I'm gonna do B-roll list. Okay, so in here we can do B-roll name, and tags are going to be tags itself. We can do a few selection here. I created 3 different tags so far. Feel free to create some of your own. I have stock footage, online image, or film. You can have overhead. You can have archive clips, you know, whatever you want to name here. One thing I want to quickly bring out is that make sure every time when you modify the template, you definitely want to see this bar here. You are editing a template in this database, right? So that means I'm editing this template. Don't create a new one and then edit here. If you edit here, it won't save it to the template. Every time if you want to modify the templates, let me remove these 2 new lines, okay? So click on new and click on these 3 dots, and then you want to edit it here, okay? Make sure you see this bar on top. And now everything that I do, it will be saved as a template. Look at what we got so far. So every time when we want to create a quick video, what we do is click on new, and then we can enter it from scratch, or we can click on project template. And this is going to open up a fresh template that we can just type the video title, change the emoji, change the category status and everything. And then in below here, we have a title idea. We have a keywords. We have an editing checklist, publish checklist. We have a content, script, and or research notes, and we have resources. And on the right-hand side, we have a B-roll list. So in here, it's going to be all the B-rolls. We can create new rolls. We can finish it when the B-roll is done or filmed, and we can tag the B-rolls into stock footage, online, film, or previous clip. and we can link the file here, and we can punch in the location if you want to film in a different location or camera type. Remember, you don't have to do every single one of them, but for the unique ones that is going to assign with a different location, definitely enter it here so you can see it differently. Now what we're going to do is, let me remove this. So this is a YouTube database, right? You want to create something called a dashboard or command center, whatever you name it. I'm in the progress of designing this so far. Can't wait to show you guys when it's done. Right underneath progress, we want to have something called /. Let's create a new page. We're going to call it YouTube Accelerator icon. Now it's about time to decorate your viewpoint right now, since we already created the database, the groundwork, and now what we're going to do is we want to create a layer on top, and this layer is more like a decoration, you can say. It's more showing you different aspects of the database, different type of view. This could be calendar. Can happen is because one feature by Notion is called a linked database. Let me show you what that means. For example, we have 2 channels. Remember, I'm going to do Command Option 3, and then I'm going to do 3 dots and create a line. I'm going to create a couple lines. So quickly, I want to have 2 segments here because we're viewing 2 different channels, right? Remember, I showed you guys earlier about the toggle, Command Option 7. Now this is going to come really handy. So what I mean by that is that we can do quickly calendar view. That's one of the views we can do. We're going to insert an emoji. We're going to call this calendar view and make it all bold. And then you can also change the color if you want to. Okay, I can change it to orange. Calendar view. If you see, if I open it now, I can technically hide or stack something underneath, right? So we actually going to stack is / something called create linked database. This is super powerful. I want you to pause this for a second. This is one feature that can enable us to talk to or communicate with a different database. What do I mean? Let me show you. In here, we're going to create a linked database. Okay, it's going to populate which database you want to link to. Remember, we create something called a database, YouTube database, and now it's showing me. By the way, let me open here. Want to make sure this is full width. So you see right now it quickly populated a whole table for me. And this is the YouTube database. All the database that I entered, depending on how many you have. And because this falling to Falcon FX channel, and it's calendar view, right? So that means we are going to modify this a little bit. This is why I really like to create a database, and on top of it, we create all these different view styles, right? Let me click on add a new view. We're going to toggle onto calendar. We're just gonna name this calendar. So this is quickly going to show me all the calendar view. The reason it doesn't show anything here is because a lot of these videos are I input earlier. They were a few months or half a year old, right? They're showing back in April. Let's click on today. So this is going to be a calendar view, but right now, still, this is a calendar view. It's showing me all the videos. So what we do is we want to click on 3 dots. We want to create something called a filter. So what this filter allows us is we're going to add a new filter. And in here, we're going to filter it because this is underneath Falcon FX channel. So what we're going to do is under channel, we only want to show the channel is Falcon FX. So right now, if it's not Falcon FX, it will not show in this calendar view. Okay, so the good thing about this, I absolutely love it, is because you see how convenient the toggle is. I can open it up. There's no distraction here, right? I can close all the remaining one. If I only want to view it, I open it up. If I don't, I close it. That's how simple it is. Let's create a light bulb. So let's create a light bulb, and we're going to call this idea pipeline. So we're going to call this idea pipeline, and then let's name this blue. Okay. Open the toggle again. This is a fresh toggle. Again, / we want to create a linked database. And in here, we want to locate the database, which is YouTube database. I'm not going to show calendar view here, right? I only want to show a table view, but this is the view that's only going to show me the ideas, right? Not going to show me anything published, not going to show me anything that's post-production or editing. It's only going to show me ideas, okay? So what we do is create 3 dots, click on that, filter, add a new filter, and then what we're going to do is the status is going to be idea, okay? Nothing shows right now is because there's no idea, but if I want to create a new idea, I can create a new project template and I can quickly punch in information here, right? So that is going to be idea. And then one more thing you want to make sure is this is just a linked database, but you still have to kind of reorganize these columns, okay, like this. You just have to move these around based on your own preference, and then I'm gonna close it out. The main thing is you want to look at your database to see what kind of view can I create. I can create a view based on the published date, okay? I can create a view based on all the tags. I want to show only something about business, then that can happen. I can also create a toggle, it says editor. I can view them by who is editing what video. That's going to be a really cool one. And then come back to the previous one. We have a calendar view, this view. And now let's call it published archive. Let's turn this into green. So idea here is I want to show all the published archive. So here what we do is, again, we want to create something called a linked database, okay? And we want to link YouTube database again. Right now it's showing me a view of this table view. What I want, however, is to create a new view. Gallery looks really cool. Create gallery view. You can see it's showing me these blank cards, right? Right off the bat, think about it, each video has a thumbnail. So you can technically embed your thumbnail here and it will populate all the beautiful thumbnail. So click on these 3 dots, properties. Right now it's showing blank cards is because I clicked on page content to show as a preview. And you can do page cover or you can do none. When you do none, it will show you these beautiful little tiny little cards. And pretty cool. I like that view. And then in here, you can only show video title, or you can do category. It will show you what type of category right underneath. And then you can open channel, okay, which channel we're talking about. And editor, you can show the date you published and status and tags and all that stuff, right? But in this case, I just want to keep it really concise, really simple. So here, one thing we forgot to add in here is going to be filter, because this falls into Falcon FX channel. So every time we definitely want to create a new filter, we'll call it only show me when it's Falcon FX channel, right? Same here, idea pipeline. We're going to filter it, only show me status is idea, as well as, and the channel is Falcon FX. So close it out, close this out. So right now we created 3 different views. You can open them like this all together, okay? And you can shrink them all together like that if you select all of them. Keep moving forward. What we can do is we can duplicate these 3 and then just push it underneath the second channel, and then we can just change the settings on the filter. That's what we can do. However, I do want to create one more calendar view, right? So far, this calendar view is going to show me all the views and stuff. So I'm going to remove the table view, okay? Calendar view is cool, but we want to create a secondary calendar, 2 different calendars. One of them I want to show, we want to call it upcoming videos. So what we do here is create it. Upcoming video is still going to show me a calendar view, but I only want you to show me the upcoming video, not the ones that we already published. So how we achieve that is we create a new calendar view, and then in calendar view we can, under each one of this, there's different settings. So upcoming video, we're going to create our 3 dots. We're going to create a filter, and in this filter, and what we're going to do is we want to make sure the published date is on or after, exact date is today. So this is going to show me the publishing date is going to be anything on or after today. So that is going to ignore everything prior, everything created previously. Come back to the first calendar, the calendar view. Let's call this published videos. Okay, so this calendar we created at the very beginning, it's only going to, right now it's going to show me everything that's a Falcon FX channel, as well as the status is published. So as you can see, this calendar is going to show me the published video. It's not only going to show me published, and also only going to show me the Falcon FX published videos, right? Same thing here. I forgot to mention here, we need a second filter. It's going to be and we're going to do channel is Falcon FX. So anything today or after today, as well as only Falcon FX. So right now you see I have two different views, the published and upcoming ones. I can move them up and down, right? Let's close it out. We have 3 of them, and let's review this idea pipeline. Again, the filter here is happening is any status that's idea, as well as the channel. I only want you to show me one type of channel. Don't show me too many. If you only have one channel, then you don't need this section at all. So that means on your database, you don't need the channel category. And then let's close that out, and this is the published ones. Beautiful. All we need to do is, you see we have a couple 3 lines underneath. Let's shorten that to 1 line, and I can copy, drag these 3 of them, Command C, come to here and Command V. So what I just did is I created exactly duplicate version of this channel. So all I need to do at this stage is to open it. I want to come to the first toggle and come to filter, and you want to make sure this shows to the second channel, okay? And then we'll come to publish, filter, and want to make sure this is the second channel. So first thing is done, second idea pipeline, I want you to show me again, only show me the other channel, not this one. And then close it out, open it. I want you, and here published archive, we forgot to mention here. This one has gallery view and a table view. Yeah, we can have both. I like both, and I want to put a gallery view first and the table view afterwards. Okay, if you see this whole thing is messed around, just move them around like that, and that should do the job. Okay, so let's put the status, always come to the front, and then I can shorten this a little bit like that, and I also can shorten this like that, and shorten this like that. So nice and neat and easy to view. And then gallery view again, this is only going to show me these small little cards. And then publish content here, we can populate 2 different views. Let me come to gallery first. I want to make sure the filter is the second channel. Okay, nothing is in the database of that channel, but let's do a quick test. Let's come back to our YouTube database. Okay, and I want to add in a new line here. And let's call this video title, and the icon is a car. Okay, so status is going to be published. Okay, and the category is going to be, category is lifestyle, publishing date. Let's do August. And the channel, this is a different channel now. Get that? So let me change this to orange. That's a completely different channel. And last but not least, I am going to paste the video here. Okay, that's a straightforward. What we do now is that we want to come back to our dashboard. We want to open the accelerator, and then you can see that right now, the one I just created, because this is a published archive, so this one is already populated inside of the archive. Nice and beautiful. And last but not least, if I close all of them, it looks like this. Technically, if you really want to keep it simple, you can create another toggle like this, and you can bring these 3 of them. You can bring all these 3 underneath this toggle. So if you open this toggle, it shows you that view, and you can open it one more time. But in this case, I'm just going to keep it very simple like that. And another thing I did to this is, if I open up published archive, you're going to see all the thumbnails that's being updated, right? Prior, it shows like this. So it's only these cards. Totally optional, but if you want to make it even to the next level, to make it fancier, come to 3 dots, properties. Remember the card preview we mentioned earlier, we turned it to none, but now what we can do is we can turn it to either page cover or page content. We have a content already, which is the template we created, but what we can do is to leverage the page cover, okay? So if I open certain ones, let's do one together. I'm going to remove this. So it will look like this, a blank, right? Open it, click on add cover. You want to get your thumbnail ready and change cover and upload a new image. And then we can reposition it so it looks good in this view. Okay, just like that. Save position, close it out, and bam, it's ready. In the night view, it looks awesome, right? And then yeah, this is really cool. And then if you want to change the size of these images, come to the second option, card size. This is going to change it to large or medium or smaller, very tiny ones. Actually, I like the tiny ones because as you have a lot of these videos, but the only drawback for tiny ones is the title doesn't show fully. So I will switch to medium. So in medium, I can still see the titles nice and clear. When you're comfortable and you're happy with what you got, there's a few ways we can optimize it. The first thing we can do is we can quickly add a cover to make it more pleasing. As you can see, if I add a cover, I can change the cover to upload my own image, link to certain online image, or using Unsplash. I strongly recommend you to check out Unsplash for creators, professional photographers photo uploaded here for you to use for free. It's awesome. And then I like this particular image. Right click, copy image address. Okay, come to my Notion. I want to paste it on a link, submit, and bam. So now I'm just going to reposition it, make it even cooler. Save position, and now that's the first optimization. Now remember, what I did here is I added one more production stage. So what this initially is going to show me is I wanted to show a Kanban view, a view that's going to show me the stages of different videos, right? I can create a new video, and then this video can go through different stage, and by me drag and drop. This is more like a Trello view if you want to say it that way. If I open it, you're gonna see the status will respond accordingly. Okay, and then I'm gonna remove it from here, and then it's very simple to create that. Just duplicate one of them, add a new view, and you want to change to board view. Okay, this is a Kanban view to get you really good for status. Of course, the filter I only wanted to show on this one particular channel. It's under this section, and then if you click on 3 dots, you're gonna see group by. You want to make sure the group by is group by status, not anything else. Otherwise, it's gonna get really messy. And then at the beginning, you're gonna see no status and or any other columns gonna show up. For example, I hided this one. Let me show it. So as you can see that the reason I hided the finished one is because as I progress, I probably end up 50 to 100 video here. It's going to end up being a really long list. So we can move this around. Okay, number 1. Number 2, if I want to hide certain ones, click on 3 dots, hide it, bam, it's gone. So it's just going to be under hidden columns, okay, on the right. So now I just want to, these are the one that I'm working with at in the pipeline. So duplicate that. I put it under the second channel, and in here all we need to do is change the filter to the second channel, so we're good to go. Few things, if you want to make it nicer, you can use a certain one color tone, and then you can always change to your own emojis, the one that you resonate with and you feel happy about, and that will be the finished product. I hope you guys followed along with me well to this point of you have a database on the site, which is the groundwork, and you have these beautiful viewpoints, the toggles that's going to view the database in different type of category or type of views. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, because this is one of the many series yet to come. I'm planning to pump some more videos similar to this, so your support is really helpful in terms of giving me feedback and help me get going. Thank you again for watching this. I will see you guys in the next one. Pause this video, go create it. Personally, I think the best way to learn it is to really just do it on your own, to create one on your own, meaning follow the footsteps that's laid out in this video. And now it's action time. I want you to go take some action to go really create one on your own. Maybe drop some links in below. I'd love to see how you guys turn this whole template into the next level. So I'll see you in the next one, and take care guys. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care.